Michael Dixon to kick off fourth.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss
at the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
The 20-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Samson Abukum. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight out of the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun. Goff. He's got his target. It's the Tyler Higbee. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have recovered. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
From the gun on 3rd down. Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Disley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Goff on 1st down. Receiver, it's Robert Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You can see this quite a bit on running plays when the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And it appears appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 30, 10.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Seahawks.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Malcolm Brown and the Rams offense about set to begin their next drive.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 now.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun to give to Henderson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to get back on the run and shut them down.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point.
3rd and 6.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down or even throwing the football.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And Woods has it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handing it off to Brown. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First target, first catch, and a first down.
26-yard line.
Now Goff on first down. Launch a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right at the 30. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a full recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Seahawks.
Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement is
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play in football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air again. Goff. That's taken in by Henderson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Goff on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Makes the score Seahawks 21.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. 11 yards there, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wilson's pass. Intercepted.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A final shot before break here. Goff going up top for Kupp. Incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pressure pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
A huge play that time for the Rams. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They'll get this one to Cobb complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Gone. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Jared Goff.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. 3rd and long, it's gone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Rams 9.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Benson Mayowa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for goal. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
That'll toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brought down by Levante.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nicer on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And able to find Dorsett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
22 more yards.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Not much there, only a yard. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll bring up second down.
Greedy Williams.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
34, Malcolm Brown.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
LA Rams.
Goff on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. They'll find Everett there. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That'll be caught by Cup. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's gone.
Oh, that was a pretty
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd and 12.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they're not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
But this one's going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Dorsett's got it. And touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett. 76 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. For them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
taken at about the 1. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. On first and 10, Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. One last throw here for Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive